Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the One Top Podcast. You know, your favorite podcast on YouTube, where we get to serve you the most thrilling and also entertaining news and analysis. Here, my name is Josam. I'm your usual anchor, and I'm not here alone. But then, how was your weekend? I hope your weekend was nice. We'll be talking a bit about the Manchester derby that happened over the course of the week. Manchester United thought their problems, came with Onana. But unfortunately, Onana moved away and see, it looks like the curse is still there. De Gea once said, I think we are cursed. And I don't know if we are cursed, but today I'll be hearing from my pundits. Not just that, but then also Chelsea were in action. They dropped point against Brentford. What might also move all the way to Spain to see what's happening. Barcelona playing some good football. 6-0, they won over the weekend against Valencia. And then also Real Madrid were in action with a red card. But then no problem for Xabi Alonso's men as they walk away with a 2-1 win. And then we'll also be taking a look comprehensively on the performance of some Ghanaian players abroad. And it's now time to introduce my guest. One doesn't look okay because his side lost. Boom. Felix Romack is one of my guests over here. How are you doing?
Glory, glory, Man United.
This guy.
Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United.
Like
and the rest keep losing on.
Yes, this is a cappella or you want?
This one, it be freestyle.
Acoustic.
It be freestyle.
Hey!
Yes,
Hey, Chelsea.
Yes,
Hi. No, Charlie has it. Everything
Charlie,
cool. Everything cool. Yeah. The weekend good, right?
Yeah, it was okay.
The weekend was okay, right?
Tired
The
small,
weekend.
but
The
it's okay.
odds, Charlie, how was the odds like?
Dynamo Zagreb,
Dynamo Zagreb, like
Celtic,
AS Roma.
Aston Villa.
Charlie
Atletico
God.
Bilbao.
Hey, don't talk about Charlie Babao. Hey, Athletic Bilbao,
I
Alaves.
can't think far. I can't think madness.
Athletic Bilbao and Alaves.
But Dynamo Zagreb, yeah.
Charlie. Today, maybe you might drop some like Champions League, Charlie specials for us because Charlie weekend it was bad.
Charlie.
But we are hoping that
A lot
Charlie,
of games, so
No,
Tuesday,
quite a lot.
Wednesday,
Thursday. Like,
Charlie.
quite a
Then they
lot
start
of-
Champions League almost Tuesday, Wednesday,
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Never it's our conference league in Europe.
No, they don't play for the first week. So
Yeah.
the first week is just Champions League throughout.
Yeah.
6 on Tuesday, 6 on Wednesday. Yeah.
You watch football.
Business is booming. Boomerang is bombing. And let's not also forget that the Ghana Premier League is back. Accra Hearts of Oak, they dropped points on Friday to lift the curtains on the commencement of the new season. Kumasi Asante Kotoko broke a long-standing jinx away at the Brecum Golden City Park after they pipped Brecum Chelsea by a lone goal, Albert Amwa. So, here it's comprehensive, but then we don't take things out. We bring everything to you holistically as far as sports is concerned. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel and then also like
Press the
and
bell,
then
press the bell,
share.
press the
Bling,
bell,
bling, 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 bling,
press the
bling,
bell,
bling. Let's
press
go.
the bell.
But Charlie, Mogo. Wait, Charlie Felix. Let me first know. Let's start with the EPO. Which team disappointed you the most over the weekend?
Disappointed. I think Burnley.
Oh, how?
Yeah, Burnley.
Your most disappointing team of the weekend is Burnley.
I'm disappointed because
Mm.
they failed to learn from other Premier League games that had happened this season.
Exactly.
Because they defended very well. They actually basically packed the bus against the defending champion.
Mm.
And look at Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal. Yeah.
That was the last kick of the game. You
Practically,
don't defend like that in your boss.
Yeah.
See, if you look at top,
Did he play for Man United?
Yeah.
Yes.
He played for United.
and you see, look at the same thing that happened between Burnley. It was the Burnley and
Manchester
United.
Yeah. And Manchester United.
And that's why I'm disappointed though. You commit the same offense. I don't know why it is so difficult for some defenders to put their hand beside the body or behind their back and then defend. You don't jump and raise your hands trying to block a flying ball. And that is why it was because that was basically the last kick of the game. They could have gotten a very good point
at home
against Liverpool. So for me, in the Premier League, they were the most disappointing team for me.
Nane, your worst or your most disappointing team of the weekend?
Of the weekend. Wow.
Don't come and mention so.
Can I give you? In the league, right?
Yeah, in the league.
There is West Ham, there is Manchester
Oh no,
United.
why would you say West Ham? Now,
there
come on,
is-
why didn't you mention any of now you do your question? It's not his.
Aston
Aston Villa. Oh, based on what? But he
Aston
picked up a
Villa.
point
Aston Villa.
against like a resurgent Everton
Everton.
side.
I think they are struggling this particular
They haven't
season.
scored a goal in the league.
Yet to score a goal in the
Seriously?
Premier League.
How many
No, but it's
matches?
a 5.
After
Four.
4 games.
Oh, that's bad.
A
Goalless.
team that last 2 seasons or qualified for Champions League. Last season he was
Fit-
close to
fit.
qualifying for Champions League.
Wow.
Now yeah, entering into a new season. The same manager, key players are still around. Yeah, yet to score a goal in the English Premier League. Last season, the first round, Johan Duran and Oli Watkins
Watkins,
were
yes,
doing the
yeah.
trick for Aston Villa. So after watching the Premier League log
Mm.
and the games that they've played, 4 games you are yet to score a goal in the
Child,
English
this
Premier
is
League.
serious.
Even Burnley has a goal. Sunderland.
Sunderland have scored. Yeah, they won.
Others
games.
say, all
Obi
these
Ashel.
Obi has a
Everyone has
goal.
scored.
Leeds United.
Even
You are the
the
only
pointless,
team.
even Wolves
yes.
have managed to score,
Yeah.
even though they've not picked up any points, but they
Yeah.
managed to score.
They've scored a goal. So Aston Villa is the only team out of the 20 teams in the Premier League
Wow.
who is here to score a goal in the English Premier
In
League.
fact,
That's
if you go deep into English football,
Mm.
they are the only team
Mm.
in the the 3 divisions to score a goal in the opening games.
Wow.
Not to have scored.
Wow.
Not to- that's very bad.
No, but
when
it's
when you
bad,
look at
it's
their
bad,
squad,
yeah.
all the key players are still around.
But Oli Watkins has lost his form.
Yeah.
Oli Watkins'
I
form.
think the transfer
And I think they
issues
should have
themselves-
maintained Rashford. I think they should have maintained
But you
Rashford.
see, Rashford, we all know the issue. It's the wages.
Yeah.
And Aston Villa is one team that is struggling to meet the PSR. You understand? So Charlie tries
Is
to
Morgan
sell-
Rogers still around?
Morgan
Yeah,
Rogers.
Morgan,
It was one player they really wanted to, get money from. But then again, you look at how the team has been set up. If you take Morgan out of the team,
Yeah.
you struggle.
No creativity.
clearly-
No
clearly.
creativity anymore.
And some of the players also, like you said, wanted to move.
Yeah.
Watkins, they were
Yeah,
waiting for
wanted to.
United at the
Yeah.
point
Morgan
where-
Rogers.
and even
I understand Leon Bailey has left the club.
Martinez.
yeah.
goalkeeper.
Martinez was on the
You understand?
brink of
He was
of leaving,
waiting. In fact, the last game of the season against United, he was waving at the
Yeah,
Villa
as if he
fans.
was about to leave.
Charlie already like he signed
All
a
of a
deal
sudden-
somewhere all of a sudden. So
He's not
I
yet.
think he didn't start the opening 2 games
Yeah, of course.
of
Yeah,
the league, and
yeah.
then he's
And
back
when you
with
look
him.
at the Aston Villa team, they are struggling to replace Douglas Luiz.
Mm. But
Amadou
they have-
Onana,
they have-
Amadou Onana is not
There's
a bad
Tielemans.
player.
There's Tielemans.
Kamara
there's-
is not a bad player.
John McGinn.
McGinn is not a bad player. But I
Yeah.
think the most consistent one among the midfielders is Tielemans.
Yeah, Yuri Tielemans.
Yeah.
Onana injury situation, Kamara injuries.
Mhm.
So they are finding it difficult to replace Douglas Luiz. So I thought season they should have gone back for Douglas Luiz. Especially when Onyebimbo.
No, but he's moved. He's now
moved
with
to-
Nottingham.
Nottingham
So
Forest.
Yeah, he's
you
not
should
with-
go back to Aston Villa. Aston Villa, go for him. Because he's one of the best players during his days of the Premier League.
Mm.
And that deep role,
Mm.
Oboche, he
Mm.
was consistent. He got to a time, Arsenal and the big clubs were
Mm.
looking for a service.
Yeah, sure.
So once a free Honor or different team are struggling to enter into their first level,
You bring him back.
they want to sell him.
Mm.
You go and bring that player back to that particular position
Mm.
to help you because Douglas Luiz, Tielemans, Morgan Rogers, they can do the trick for you. So I think coach Unai Emery all struggle
Mm.
to find the right replacement for certain players.
Mm.
They are back for almost struggle in recent times. Even though they have some of the best players in the English Premier League.
Yeah.
Matty Cash, Lucas Dean,
Yeah.
is
Ian
Ian
Maston,
still,
yeah,
still,
he-
still there.
Maston is
Paul Torres.
Yeah. Pau Torres,
This
yeah.
left-footed central defender, the English guy.
Konza-
Konza
Tyrone Mings.
Yeah, Tyrone
So
Mings.
they have the names, but producing the result, that is where it's difficult for Aston Villa. They have a good squad, but
Mm.
they are struggling.
Yeah,
Not
it's
to
true.
score a goal
Mm.
after 4 games in the Premier League.
Mm.
It's
All
unacceptable.
right, so I don't know what your team, your most disappointed team of the weekend, but let's also hear from you. The comment section is always open to take your thoughts and then also your comments. Now let's
Now, I
delve.
need to praise Andre Onana because
Why should I praise
Andre
Andre
Onana has left Man United.
And
but
he
still conceding 3
did it.
goals.
Wait,
So it means
wait.
the problem was
Wait.
no Onana.
Who said the problem? Because a team concedes doesn't mean there's no problem. Which team in this world doesn't have any problem? Like no spares all that. I don't hear that Onana thing.
Andre Onana.
He still lost. His side
6
lost.
key saves for Fenerbahce.
But his side lost. That's the point. He conceded a goal.
Man of the match.
Who gave it to him?
You see-
His agenda.
You see, the issue is when a team is not performing,
Mm.
a lot of people look out for excuses. United fans will tell you the goalkeeper is an issue.
Mhm.
But if you quite remember, when De Gea was a United goalkeeper,
Yeah.
for 3 consecutive seasons, he
Yeah.
won the player
Of
of
the
the season for
as
United
a goalkeeper.
as a goalkeeper. And I don't think that any team will be happy that at the end of the season, their goalkeeper keeps winning the player of the season. You would want to see outfield players doing that. You want to see your striker being the best player of the season because he will score goals for you, or maybe your midfielder or your defender. You understand? So the problem in United is not just the goalkeeping. Their major problem is the midfield. And like I said, if I look at the United midfielders, Kobe Mainoo, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes,
Ugarte.
and then Ugarte. Let's be honest, the top 4 teams, apart from Bruno, who can get into any of the top, the 3, it's a very weak.
But Casemiro is not.
And-
bad.
and-
Casemiro has experience, but he
will not
doesn't have
start-
the
he will not
tank.
start in Arsenal.
Yes, he won't start at Chelsea.
He will not
He
start
doesn't
at
have-
Arsenal is a different
No, I'm
setup.
telling you, no, it's not even about the setup. He's very experienced, but does he have
I
the
don't think he
energy?
will bench Gravenberch in Liverpool.
Or he will bench
Why can't he? But he's a better player than
Moise
Gravenberch.
Caicedo
In
or
Chelsea.
even
But
Rodri.
these are relatively younger players.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
But
that's why I
as
make
per
a
quality,
quality.
let's-
That's why
let's-
I mentioned
but-
that.
Why
when it
you are
comes
still
to,
relying on them?
yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. When
Uh-huh.
when you talk about the experience, Casemiro has the experience. But in midfield, I spoke about the energy.
All things being equal, the quality.
I'm not even
Especially
talking
when
about
you are playing
quality.
a two-man
So,
midfield.
so Bruno
Mhm.
will give you that creativity. He will score goals for you, create for you.
Yeah. Who
You
protects
expect
you?
Casemiro to give you that energy.
Mhm.
But
protects you.
Casemiro won't give you that. Not because he's a bad player, but because the energy is no more there. You understand? I don't think he will do better than Moise Caicedo. I don't think he will do better than Rodri.
So you mean Man United needed a player like Caicedo?
Caicedo.
But what's Casemiro's age? Let's put this thing into proper perspective. Like, what's his age? He's only 33, 32, 33.
33, 32.
In
Did
the
you
English
see
Premier
Luka
League?
Modric running the midfield?
No,
for
but
AC
see,
Milan?
Luka Modric doesn't do a lot of defensive
Defensive,
midfield
yeah.
duties.
Yeah.
He's more like a creator.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He does that.
Yeah.
Luka Modric won't do the things that you expect
Th- th-
Casemiro.
this
They
how-
are two
This is how
different.
Ghanaians retired.
But-
No,
but-
nobody
but-
retired though. I'm not saying, but Josiah,
Mhm.
sometimes you just put aside your Manchester United affiliation and be very objective.
Okay.
Look at Ugarte.
Mhm.
Ugarte's performance.
No, he's a young guy. Yeah,
No, but are you happy with what
Mhm.
he's giving United?
he's still settling.
I had
think.
how many seasons now?
Mm.
They see the best players don't need a lot of seasons to settle. in.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
do.
And I can give you an example.
Like,
Rodri came in,
mhm.
he's gotten things going.
Mhm.
Gravenberch came in.
it took a year.
A
It
year.
took a year. Yeah,
Ugarte is in.
yeah. This is the second year.
He's still struggling to enter into
This is his two. And I think
No,
it's-
no, it's
second
second
year.
year.
Second year.
Yeah, he came last season.
and
yeah,
it's still
exactly.
struggling.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
But what I'm saying is, you have a light midfield.
Mm.
United have a very, very
Mm.
light for your attack.
After a game, the Man United again, I mean, who say, Luke Shaw has spent more than a decade in Man United.
You see,
Yeah, me say, I was a
No,
dead
no,
one.
but let's look at this now. Yes, United lost, and we are talking about the United game. They lost by 3-0. Now, if you had won the game, you might have seen positive, things about this United team. But then the main argument, that has torn the fan base into two, is that the coach losing his job is a possibility. It could happen. But do you think he should change his 3-back system? Because the coach was asked this question, and the way he responded, you could see that's the pressure coming. Do you think, Felix, do you
see-
think he should change it?
see, every coach can master his own tactics.
Yeah.
But don't also forget that whilst you are doing that, other coaches are trying to find you out. So you should be, have a lot of variations when it comes to tactics. You should be pragmatic in some games. You have to look out for some games and say, you know what, for this particular game, I am not changing who I am.
Mm.
And every coach has an identity that has worked for him. Pep Guardiola, we know how he plays his football, the tiki-taka. Everywhere he goes, the tiki-taka works for him. But I'm sure there are some games that he wish I shouldn't have gone tiki-taka. Jose Mourinho would play his defensive football. That has served him well over the years. And currently, a lot of teams don't even want to play that kind of football. And that is why Mourinho is not succeeding. Fenerbahce got rid of him because they felt we have a team that shouldn't be defensive-minded.
Yeah.
We should be attacking. We should be scoring goals. You understand? So you need to be very pragmatic. If you look at PSG under Luis Enrique hasn't changed his style of play. You understand? But what he did when he came to PSG, he needed to have a team that he can call his own. He needed to have boys that can go to war with him. So he said, I can't deal with Messi. I can't deal with Mbappe. I can't deal with all those big guys. Give me young players who are hungry for success. And he has a plan. He doesn't change it. But there are some games he realized, no, I can't go the same way I have been going. So I think that for Amorim, if the 3-back system works for him, I don't have a problem. But there are some games You can't do that.
But if you want
Let me-
consistency, you just need to stick to
So
it.
consistency doesn't mean stick to the same plan.
Mhm.
You can have the same plan, but there should be adjustments.
But what are the sort of adjustment? Because it's still a 3-back setup. So
you see,
what-
first of all,
yeah.
if you want to play the 3-back system, do you have the skill set in your team to play that system?
He doesn't.
No, I don't think so. I don't think the materials that are available at United can help him do that. I am not calling for his sack because the kind of coaches that have come to United and you've sacked them haven't resulted in the team changing. Amorim will need time. He will need maybe 1 or 2 windows more to get the players that he wants. But the kind of system that he's having, the players are not there for him to execute that. If you look at Antonio Conte, when he came to Chelsea, Conte, we know very well, is also a very defensive-minded player, coach. It got to a time Chelsea were struggling. In fact, Chelsea went to Arsenal and lost by, I think, 4-0 or so 5-0.
5-0, yeah.
And they said, you know what? I am going to change to a 3-back system. That season, he
That was
won
like the first 4 games of the season.
Yes, that season, he won the league. What did he do? She realized that a certain Victor Moses, we all know way back in Wigan, he plays as a midfielder. Marcos Alonso. What did he do? He decided, you know what? Let me play these guys as wing backs. So Antonio Conte went 3-back, and that was the season he won the league. So sometimes you might also not have the players to play in a particular system, but the available material, you can mold them into playing that.
Is that not what he's trying
But
to
you
do?
see, and I need to mention, what's the name? Luke Shaw. Fitness-wise, Luke Shaw can't give you that at left back. You have Dogu as well. You have the chap from France, Yolo. He's quite good, but inexperienced. And if you look at the Premier League, sometimes you equally need.
But Fandis, when you talk about inexperience about you.
No, I'm coming. I'm talking about the league. No, I'm not talking about.
I saw Mosquera for Arsenal.
No,
He
so
was
I'm coming.
decent.
I'm coming.
Mosquera moving from Valencia to Arsenal was not like Euro moving from the
League,
French league
yeah,
to Man United.
Manchester.
So
You
why
see-
is it that one is
No.
working for him at Arsenal?
You see, that's why I'm coming. That's why I mentioned inexperience.
Okay.
Inexperience, sometimes, do you know the one you play closer to can get the best out of you? Yes, your center pairing can
So the same Mosquera could move to Man United and he'll become an ordinary defender.
yes, because the United team itself has a problem
So
defensively.
the environment is poisonous.
Yes.
Don't use
No,
poisonous
it is not.
terms.
That's why. But Cristiano Ronaldo said that. No. Cristiano Ronaldo
Because
said that.
players move from Man United to other teams and they are different players.
Yes. Let me give you an example. Let me.
Scott
Thank you.
for Napoli.
Napoli.
Fred for Fenerbahce.
Even this guy who left recently, Højlund. He went to
Højlund.
Napoli.
He's
He's scoring. If you look at Thiago Silva,
Even Ewan
What?
Bissaka.
yes, when Thiago Silva came to Chelsea, everyone that has partnered Thiago Silva has learnt a lot. Levi Colwill learnt a lot from Thiago Silva. Chaloba learnt a lot from, you understand? It wasn't that they were not good, but your partner would always tell you your positional awareness and things that you need to do. So sometimes when you don't have that experience,
But
let me tell you something.
Harry Maguire.
Thank you very much. You look at Harry Maguire. Why should Harry Maguire be even used as a center forward in games when United are chasing
Oh,
goals?
but it's normal. We've seen PK, Barcelona doing
No,
PK.
no, you understand.
Like,
Barcelona can do that because there are other options that can slot in defensively when United is
it
chasing
worked
the
for
game.
them when they were. But let me quickly bring you.
So
in.
let me just wrap up.
okay,
Let me just
yeah.
wrap up. For United, the coach needs to be a bit pragmatic and also vary his formation. But it doesn't mean he's totally changing it, but he needs variations.
Nani,
Yeah,
do you think the coach should go? Or you think the players, did you watch the game? If you watched the game, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
Then you would have seen that, there were moments where, whatever the coach gave out to the players, they just failed to execute it because they had their chance, they had their moments in the game, but they failed to take it.
But Joe, to be honest, maybe a coach I won't vary there. I struggle to understand.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let's see. I want you to paint the picture. Should the variation come in a total change of formation like we are seeing Xabi Alonso do at Madrid? Because he's also a 3-back system coach. Or you think it's just about...
But there are
because,
some games he goes for the 4-back.
Yes,
because
sometimes
yes,
you have
that's what
to.
I'm saying. So the variation should be about a total change of formation. And not just that you are changing in because you can still play with a 3-back, but you play 3-5-2.
Yeah.
Or you can play 3-1.
I think one of the
And you
major
can
problems-
also play 3 back against every opponent in the league.
Me,
No,
I,
but come on,
I,
no,
pre-
that's-
I prefer
that's-
Man United going for the 3-5-2 than the 3-4-3 because the 3-4-3, no, a man the DM every.
Okay.
So you only a DM or yeah, energetic.
Yeah.
He struggles in games.
Okay.
You cannot go and play a game like Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. and
Liverpool.
The only DM is Casemiro.
No.
Bruno Fernandes will go the advanced way, try to create chances for the attackers. When we look at the system, Cunha, Mbeumo, Diallo, and not the main center forward and flourishing in games. When you look at the Man United system. So any center forward at the Man United or best struggle in the system because it looks like you need to be ball playing kind of player. You need to come back, get the ball, try to move forward. So it makes most of the center forward who plays for Man United will struggle. So at first I thought it was Højlund just in any idea. All of a sudden, Benjamin Sesko, a very ordinary player in Man United. So it looks like that particular system, either you move to the 3-5-2.
But what about the 4-2-3-1? Some people are also saying
It's not bad.
4-2-3-1 with, let's say, Bruno
as a
number
number
10.
10.
Yes, then you have
Kobe
Cunha.
Menu.
No,
Casemiro.
even you have Cunha and then
Mbeumo.
Mbeumo, then Sesko, then
Kobe
Kobe
Menu.
Casemiro.
I agree with you with that.
That
That would be the
do-
best
Mm.
system for Man United.
Okay.
Looking at the materials available to him. But coach Ninya and say, oh, movie
yeah.
from the 3 back. That is where the problem is.
Okay.
He's not a bad manager, but where Man U is heading towards. And yes, Man U baby the baby to say the Everton no money at the NB. There are some average coaches in the Premier League. When you give the Man United job to them, I think they will do better than what Amorim is doing.
Wow.
Somebody like Arano,
Whoa.
the Bournemouth coach, is not a bad manager.
You think he can do better just because of what he
Arano,
did?
Thomas Frank, and Marco Silva,
Mm.
they're on the same level.
Hey.
They just need a team a better lift to the next level in their coaching.
And you think
career.
that team can be Manchester United?
And that is why I'm saying the system Nanga Hano,
Mm.
it looks like environment.
Yeah, and you
See,
see,
Tuba will struggle, but I think those managers looking at the style of player, Bournemouth, Fulham, Brentford,
But
Tottenham
are we also
Hotspur,
not looking at the
Omonia
less?
Man U
Are we
environment
not also
now.
looking at the less pressure in these teams? We've seen it before. We
exactly.
saw Graham Potter.
That is where I
Yeah,
wanted to come.
Yeah, we
in.
saw Graham Potter
Because
at
the United,
Brighton.
you see, United is for me maybe the second biggest club in the world. If you take Real Madrid out, so the culture itself, it might not just be the playing body or the technical team.
Sure.
So if things are not going well at United, the fans will come at you. The ex-players will come hard at you. So sometimes the pressure there, because you look at after Sir Alex Ferguson left, look at the caliber of coaches.
The Man U quality Mumbo we are to God that just some way.
You
It means
understand?
there's problem.
That is the thing. United will give you the news. You see, so sometimes I don't also want
Okay,
to
the
believe.
most
I
supported
don't
club in
want
the
to
world.
believe that. If Thomas Frank did well with,
He would do
he'll
well.
do
with
at United.
Manchester, yeah.
United is a different culture altogether. But I believe that at the end of the day, it is the players that are available. That is why for me, I'm just saying that they should allow Amorim to be in charge of the team. Let him get rid of everybody that he doesn't want. Say, you see, and I'm giving you an example, like the Maresca thing. Enzo says, I can't work with 40 players. I don't want Raheem Sterling. I don't want Ben Chilwell. Every player in there now is a player that a coach wanted to work with. And we are seeing success. You understand? So for me, Amorim needs time. And for me, I think that they need to get rid of a lot of the players. Like you said, I don't understand why Luke Shaw is still playing for United.
More than a decade.
You understand? Sometimes you might not be a bad player, but I think there are some people who needs to move.
But you don't think that's why you earlier mentioned, indicated that he might need 2 or 3 more windows.
Yes.
You think with time, because we've seen coaches come in, and Pep came in with City. At City, we saw it. It took time. The likes of
At a point,
You
he
know,
changed like
Kolarov,
three goalkeepers.
Kolarov, Sanya, Clichy, someone else. We saw it. So don't you
But
think
why about 5 signings?
Why?
Amorim.
Yes, but
this is first
Fair.
window or second window? That was his second
No,
window.
he
The
signed
first-
Dogu
he
in
signed
January.
Yeah, in January. So
yeah.
Dogu was the only signing I think
He did it in January because
Yeah.
January transfer window,
Yeah,
you don't
you
sign
get
a lot
players,
of players.
yeah.
And this summer, we signed more than 4 players.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper,
Mm.
Mbeumo,
Mbeumo, yeah.
Sesko,
Sesko,
uh,
Matias
Cunha.
Acuna.
Cunha.
Cunha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the only
Those are
players.
the,
he's
so
got
now 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
After this 5, we should see signs of those players improving the mind.
But I did not.
But-
we
but I-
saw it when the season started.
See,
We saw it. We
Nana
were
do-
not seeing it.
I don't think that the signings that he's made are bad signings. But I think United major problem is to fix their midfield.
Okay.
That is the problem. See, if United should get yesterday, if you watch the game, they were outrun by the City midfield. They were completely outrun. Look at the goal, the Haaland's third goal. There were no midfielders.
There's not a player like Casemiro or Caicedo type in Europe. as it
Yes.
stands
No,
now.
in Europe. That's why I suggested Baleba. But,
Baleba, yeah,
I'm coming.
Baleba.
I suggested Baleba.
Baleba no
You see-
no difference behind him.
No, you can't say that. At least you have the energy. But even
Min doesn't have the energy.
no, I'm just saying the coach doesn't like him. I don't know why.
No, it's because he needs. You see,
You see, the
that's
coach
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
like
If you
him.
critically look at the team, it's a 3-4-3 system. Now, your 4 in midfield are 2 wing backs and 2 midfielders. And he needs to accommodate Bruno in midfield. That's the
Yeah.
reason why he's not playing.
That's
So-
he even said it.
yeah,
You
that's
say
it.
you have to fight that position with.
someone.
And you see, that is why you need to be. You see, in some games,
Mm.
it would work for you.
But not in every game.
I'm not expecting United to go up against Chelsea on Saturday.
Well, fellas, Baleba
With
they
a
can't
three
wait
back.
2 years.
You don't forget about. You see, sometimes every
You
tran-
think United are
I'm-
you think United are winning
I'm
against
coming.
Chelsea?
I'm coming here, and I do. You sometimes every transfer is a try and error.
Mm.
Every transfer, and I'm saying this because Ubetimi got top player hype on. Hazard didn't work out at Madrid. I don't think anybody for once thought say, "Oh,
Yeah.
Enye Juma." You understand? So you can bring in a player. Moise Caicedo came to Europe. He played only 6 months of football. Look at his standard now. You can't mention 5 top DMs in the world and you can't mention Moise Caicedo.
Yes.
Top
Exactly.
three.
Top 3 crap. You understand? So sometimes you need to, give players, how do you call it, an opportunity. Lenny Yoro has come to United. I see him as one of
So
the.
Man U needs a midfielder like Vitinha.
And that is why I always say I don't understand why they went to Paris
Mhm.
and brought Ugarte and Levitin.
No, but Madrid
You understand?
PSG were not willing to sell Vitinha.
No,
Let's
you
not
see,
forget.
you are
Let's not act
Manchester
as if-
United,
No,
though.
listen.
You are Manchester United.
Felix,
But
but
you-
even
that's
Madrid do
Fine.
not get every player they want.
Do you
So
know
let's
why?
not act-
As
yes.
for the Spanish, you don't go there when it comes to transfer.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just because you're
Omunisika.
Manchester United doesn't mean you walk into someone's house and tell him, I need this.
Let me tell
It
you
doesn't work that way these
It
days.
is not about PS. Sometimes, if you are a very big club,
Mhm.
you can tap a player,
Mhm.
force him to sign.
But why would
Hey.
you go into a team?
But why is Isaac playing for Liverpool?
Because Liverpool wanted him.
Because yes,
No,
so sure. And how much did they pay for him?
No, if Liverpool didn't want Isak, what would Isak be doing at Liverpool?
That's why I'm saying that United.
So perhaps United,
if United
didn't-
wanted
Eh,
Vitinha,
eh,
they would have
they
gone
didn't
up.
want Vitinha.
Fine,
That's the point.
and that's now you've got Ugarte.
Yes.
And Ugarte
Because
is
they
not
believe,
working
and
out.
you've said it that every transfer is a risk.
Yes. So fine, that's what I'm saying that.
Mm.
So for that particular midfield,
Mm.
for me, I was thinking that in solving your issue, because every team, the spine is the most important.
Mm.
Now you thought Onana was the problem.
Mm.
You brought in a good goalkeeper.
Mm.
You've brought in, I think for your center defense, center backs, I don't have a problem with it. But that midfield is the major problem.
Okay.
Benjamin Sesko, I know he will come good.
Mm.
And you even have the options of using Matthias Acuna as a forward in
false
games.
nine, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. But that particular midfield, I feel United is light
Mm.
in that midfield.
All right.
Maybe because
That is why the 4-2-3-1 will work
Work.
for United.
Might.
maybe
It might.
because they also feel that they are not in a European competition. So the midfield they have in there
Yes,
can
okay.
work.
Mm.
But there are a lot of things United need to work with. And I
Mm.
think that midfield it should be a priority,
Let-
maybe in January.
Let's do more Premier League news. Now, Liverpool over the weekend was a war. Like so now it's just two things. Is it luck or they are just good? And they do because for the first time in the history of the Premier League, a team has won 4 straight games with the winning goals coming in the last 10 minutes or later. So it's a question because I've said it. I just feel they are winning without a formula. Maybe it has its timeline. It could, they could run out of luck. But do you think at this point, with Liverpool's performance, 4 wins out of 4, is it luck or you think they are good enough?
I think some of the players that they signed, they are really struggling. But
Yes.
more character to finish games.
Mm.
That is one thing that is working for them.
Mm.
Because when you watch their game against Newcastle,
Newcastle, yeah.
their game against Burnley,
Mhm.
their game against
Arsenal,
Arsenal,
yeah.
Their game
Imagine
against
him.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, imagine them say character, no more one. That won them the game. It's not because they are a very good team
Mhm.
and they are a big club.
Are they the best so far in England this season? Would you say they are the best?
I think Arsenal team no more do same Liverpool,
Okay.
but more character be Arsenal for Nini. What I say, and it's working for them.
Mm.
Look at the way Sobo slide. So they only go when they play against Arsenal. I think Arsenal had a good game in that day, but Kwanya and Liverpool far so end the game no character not working for them.
Mm.
Look at the game against Newcastle.
Mhm.
Even Newcastle with a man down,
Yeah.
the kind of football boy to hold on to Liverpool pressure number de momo last minute. Rio Ngumoha
Mhm.
scoring that crucial goal for Liverpool. The game against Burnley,
Mhm.
Mohamed Salah,
Mhm.
crucial moment, he's there. So it looks like character no a push you more. Because Florian Wirtz has struggle, to be honest. Florian Wirtz, I know in the Bundesliga, ain't the same Florian Wirtz in Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's here to score. In Florian Wirtz at
No, he-
Liverpool in 4 games, or more at least 1 goal or 2 goals.
Yeah. No assist, no goal so
The
far.
best player in the Bundesliga for me in the last 2 years is struggling in Liverpool. Look at our front.
Is Mohamed Salah not struggling?
Even Mohamed Salah is struggling.
I think Mohamed
It looks
Salah is
like this
struggling.
time, now, quite said, we're realizing who say, it's so you pressure Kaka free. So.
Mhm.
Even the coaches are doing it because they know say they brought Ekitike, Isaac,
Mhm.
Florian Wirtz, into automatically goals to the best spread it across.
Yeah.
So Salah made 40 goals the previous season and they bet my 20 because Ekitike beji goals nibi.
Isaac
Probably
takes up-
Isaac
Yeah.
or the other players, some of them. Look at Szoboszlai impact. Even from Szoboszlai, he's fighting that particular position with Florian Wirtz because if McAllister and Gravenberch are available, it means you are fighting the number 10 role with Florian Wirtz. To me, top player more than £120 million. Or you will be fighting position.
Yeah.
So you have to create for Szoboszlai. And Szoboszlai in the last few games, so on also bad. So I had day for the coach to decide that you are being a bench warmer or a bench player in the Liverpool team. So I quite a character be. Now work more to get the result. And some of these things, a do crucial moment. You need to find a way to get the 3 points.
Interesting. Let me pose that same question. I don't know if Liverpool for me, I just feel it's character, but then there's been some amount of luck also pushing them. But I don't think you can play 38 games and rely on luck.
Not at all. But you see, sometimes there are a lot of things that happens to a title-winning team. You need to show character, and when you are showing character, what do? You get some luck. They say if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win a raffle. So if you look at where Liverpool have gotten to in games where they've scored goals, it is character. It is because they want to even press when it is a minute or 30 seconds to end the game. And luckily for them, they get defenders in quotes who have been very silly. You understand? Or maybe sometimes when they put so much pressure on the team, when you sit back and defend, you can't maintain that kind of energy throughout the entire 90 plus additional time minutes.
Sure.
So you also have to give credit for Liverpool that they don't give up. And that is a character you expect from a title winning team. And aside that too, if you look at the game yesterday, in their previous 3 games, they have to come back and score in the last 10 minutes of game. So psychologically, it has gotten to the players and the technical team that until the final whistle hasn't been blown, we can go all out and get the needed results. And I believe that is something that would get them through. For Liverpool, they know very well that at Anfield, they don't even need to play well and win games because they have the Red Army on their part and they will win a lot of games there. But there are some key games that they will need to win. See, a lot of top teams will go to Burnley and struggle. A lot of points, people will drop points.
Turf Moor is always a difficult place.
It is very, and they have a very good coach and they play some very good football.
And I think
you see,
almost call relegation on back. Scott Parker and the Burnley
has
team
done quite good. And you see, the game they play against that's not the type of game they play.
No, not at all.
They don't play that. They don't sit back. And that is the reason why they scored a lot of goals in the championship and got 100 points. And that didn't even win them the championship.
Yeah.
You understand? But because Scott Parker decided Liverpool and played against Liverpool, let me give Liverpool the needed respect. But I think that for Liverpool, you can't continue with this. I'm sure, and it's lot to tell them that, guys, if we meet better teams that are defensively good and they score us, we might not be lucky to equalize late on in games. So it is one thing that they really need to work on. And for me, I think that in this game, the coach will be happy because they kept a clean sheet. Because if you look at Liverpool, apart from this game and the Arsenal game,
they've not kept clean sheets.
They've not kept clean sheets, and that is so not usual of Liverpool. But I think that it is a very good win for them. And we also shouldn't forget the fact that winning games, especially after international break, is always difficult. Players are very tired, exhausted,
and even UCL football also makes it very difficult.
You understand? And this midweek there is champion from tomorrow.
I think Arsenal is going to Sam Ames.
Yeah, no, they are playing Atletico Bilbao,
and Chelsea would also be playing
Bayern on Wednesday.
So Hurricane.
Why Nicolas Jackson?
Charlie, all right, so gentlemen, let's still move on. But you see, we'll be talking about, Chelsea in a bit.
And
But-
the inform Arsenal.
That's what I'm saying. For me, I've been impressed with what Arsenal are doing. Than they do. But you think if there's any team, because I've still not been convinced with Manchester City. Let me be honest.
Oh, yeah, of
I know
course.
at some
Akaka,
point
Akaka.
we'll get tired again. But do you think Arsenal, with the inclusion of Gyökeres, would be the team to stop Liverpool?
I think things that they need to do 3 years ago, they are not doing it. Good backup for certain players in their team. Backup for Bukayo Saka. Striking department. Good backup for Martinelli and Trossard. Backup for Martin Odegaard.
Even
the
Rice.
midfielders.
Even Rice.
Especially William Saliba.
Yeah.
William Saliba prepping Arsenal for.
You even forgot to mention the backup in Kepa for goalkeeper.
Raya.
Raya.
For Raya.
Yeah.
You know this time round, Kepa to it. Yeah. On a good day, Champions League game, which made this, I say Kepa.
Kepa can,
The
yeah.
group stage, that bear 5 games. That means that bear 5 games. So that you share it among the players.
goalkeepers.
FA Cup, Carabao Cup is for you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the season, out of the 70 games or 65 games, about me about 20 behind.
25.
Ada,
Kepa,
because
yeah,
Cup games, no, what we call the final stage. Champions League, you have to play more than 15 games
to win it.
to get to the final. Carabao, you have to play at least 5 games to get to the final. The same as the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And to the Champions League in the group stage, get half of the games so that Raya to also get half of the games. Take the FA Cup, take the Carabao Cup. League games. ABI, you are playing at home to Burnley. You are playing at home to Wolves. You are playing at home to ABI.
So you can give minutes to
at least
Kepa.
6 games in the Premier League for a second goalkeeper wouldn't be bad, especially when it's a home game. At least one or two who say 20 games out of probably 55, 60 games are. Oh, who know as a bench warmer. But as somebody you can count on him. That is one. Now look at Noni Madueke. Yesterday, and I said Saturday, the best game on your opportunity. A boy, Edema Arsenal. Arsenal players and the team, technical teams, fans, they didn't miss Bukayo Saka. All of a sudden, the
Nobody is
California that
talking
we
about
know during the Euros.
Yeah.
Now, my Arsenal teams can offer the free Polonia by now. We are seeing the California now.
Yeah.
Luis Kelly is sitting down,
Yeah.
and this player from Leverkusen,
Pierre Hincapié.
yes,
Hincapié.
also on the bench.
Yeah.
So it tells us that when you are playing, you are starting now in the Arsenal team. Oh, a proper backup. Team by Bob and White. William Saliba is injured before the international break, but Arsenal fans are not missing him because Mascara played well against Liverpool. He has played well against Nottingham Forest. On a good day, these are big games.
Yeah.
And Saliba is out and they are playing well. Gyökeres, they don't even miss Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
Now, Eze is starting. Trossard and Martinelli are not playing. It's not news in Arsenal. So the level of competition about team is helping the Arsenal team to get the result. 3-0 against Nottingham Forest is a big win.
Interesting. But let's talk about Chelsea now.
You see, but and I totally agree. I totally agree with.
Okay.
But you see all these players you mentioned.
Yeah.
You even forgot to mention Zubimendi.
Yeah, Zubimendi
That
was
is-
brilliant.
yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
how-
No, but
that is how good- That is how good Arsenal.
But once he slots in and he's doing the job and the team is
Two
winning.
goals
No,
in the game as a DM.
but no one, because Zubimendi at Sociedad wasn't scoring goals.
Yeah.
And he comes in and, he scored.
But I saw a
Twice.
midfield trio. They've all played for Sociedad before. In the same team.
Marino.
Marino, Martin
Zubimendi,
Odegaard,
Odegaard.
Zubimendi, in the
Yeah,
same
in
first
the same
7 for Real
11.
Sociedad.
I remember.
About
yeah.
5
Yes, 6
years
years
ago.
ago. Yes, Ali. And Marino was around Newcastle. He came to Newcastle.
And
He didn't work and he went back. But
But you know one thing, I see you more as a striker than a midfielder.
Marino.
The goals today.
Yeah.
No, he has-
when
he has-
Kai Havertz was injured,
he has a
he had
scoring
a
start.
better
Yeah.
period.
I think he has a scoring start,
Yeah,
but
he's very good.
he doesn't have the instincts of a striker. But then he when the ball comes, he knows how to bury the chances. But my most disappointing team of the weekend, Chelsea.
Okay.
I don't know how they drop points, but then Brentford are their lowest now. They don't have Johan Wissa. There's no Brandon Mbeumo. There's no Frank Thomas. This is the weakest Brentford team we've seen since they made it to
Christian
the
Norgard.
Premier League. There's no Christian Norgard. He's not even started games for Arsenal this season. We've
Yeah,
not really seen
okay.
him. And Chelsea managed. They still managed. Like Chelsea, I don't know how they did it, but they still managed to drop points.
Okay.
And I don't know. For me, maybe this weekend, I think Chelsea were more disappointed about Manchester United.
I want to believe your disappointment is from an investor point of
No,
view.
not an investor point of
No,
view.
no, let me- oh, but
they
you
were
are giving me-
no. Listen.
let me talk.
Listen. It's always going to be tricky for United to go to Etihad than Chelsea to go to the G-Tech. Let's be honest. Which one will be more difficult?
Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
There are no easy games in the English
Oh,
Premier
the
League.
Manchester United did.
Really?
Yeah, there are no easy games in the English
And you're not
Premier
giving United credit.
League. No, I'm not giving United credit. There are no easy games.
Mm.
Brighton are not doing quite well in the league. They won against City.
Yeah.
This is a venue where Chelsea didn't get a point, didn't win last season.
Mm.
But for this particular game, Maresca should just raise his hand.
He's at fault.
He's at fault. You see, I hate the fact that coaches will tell you international break, the players are tired and all that. Start them in the game. When they are tired, you take them out.
Mm.
Look, when I saw the lineup, I was like, it will be difficult for Chelsea to win this game.
Mm.
It will be very Benoit in the
Yeah, number 10
number
position.
10. He was playing Hato. He played.
Jaro had to at left back.
He was playing.
Who was playing the right back?
He was playing at the right back.
No. Someone was playing at the right back. Hato played at left back.
Hato. He played Hato.
He played another player at right back. Like, I
Uh,
don't know. Like
What's the name? Fofana.
Fofana.
Yes, so he basically
Fofana
played.
is back.
Yes,
Yeah,
he played
Fofana.
three back.
Mm.
He played Chaloba, Fofana, and then Hato.
Jaro had to, yeah.
You understand? And then my problem is, if you have your best players, they should be starting games for you.
Mm.
That is, especially when you
Injury
are playing.
worries, like
What is
Champions
injury?
League football. on the
Me, I always say
horizon.
that, Nanedu, if a player is not fully fit, don't put him on the bench.
Yeah. Once he's on the bench,
He has to play because if you say, oh, let me put him on the bench,
Mhm.
and then maybe you get an injury.
or you've denied somebody.
If there's an injury that
Mhm.
happens in the game,
Mhm.
maybe in the first 5 minutes,
Mm.
are you going to bring him on?
No, but it depends on the number of minutes you want him to play.
That
Let's
is
not
what I'm saying.
forget.
You don't have control over that because there could be an
Yeah.
injury to your
Yeah.
player. When Chelsea played West Ham, Kopama got injured when they were warming
And
up.
I'm not even sure.
And then
say,
Stival came.
Arteta thought Odegaard would be injured.
Thank you.
But the first 20 minutes, Odegaard they play. You need to bring Iwaneri.
You get it. So I was very disappointed. And later when Chelsea were losing the game, he brought in what's the name? He brought in Marco Carrera. He
Mm.
brought in Kopama.
Mhm.
He brought in Garnacho.
Mhm.
You understand? He was bringing in those players that can win you games,
Sure.
and that is what happened.
Mm.
You understand? So for me, I think that I'll blame the coach. And you see, another issue is last 2 weeks when Chelsea got that win against Fulham, a lot of people were making issue about the VAR decision and the goal. But Chelsea, the second goal Brentford scored should have been disallowed
Why?
because there was an interference leading to that particular goal.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm.
But I don't want to go into details.
Okay.
I think for Chelsea, it is 2-point drop, and I want to blame Maresca for that. I'm also sure that he made that starting 11. He went for that starting 11 with the mindset that there is a huge Champions League game
Mm.
against Bayern Munich on Wednesday. But you see,
Chelsea is playing Bayern Munich.
yes, away at the Allianz Arena, and it's
Mm.
going to be a very.
Dog.
Have you been pleased with Garnacho?
I think he did quite well in the game. He brought a lot of, speed into that particular position on that left-hand side. I think you look at what he did in the game. He did better than Getson did. You see, if you look at the German players that are playing in the league, those that came from Germany, it looks like they are struggling with the pace of the English game.
Yeah.
They are struggling
Mhm.
because you can have the pace in the English Premier League, but your decision making.
Should be.
You see, defenders in the league won't allow you to run and wait for you to do all those kind of.
Struggling.
Yes, you understand. And I, for instance, I wasn't even
And
impressed with
this guy
Xavi
in
Simon.
West Ham also struggle. This
Full
striker
crook.
full.
Yes,
is
you
also
understand.
struggling.
And in fact, if you
Not
look
when
at
he was scoring.
if
Yeah,
you
he
look
was-
at
he was
the
struggling.
German players that have come into the league, a lot of them have struggled.
Mm.
A lot
Mm.
of them have struggled. But I think for Garnacho, he has, I like players with ego. If you look at his ego and his skill set,
Onana things.
I'm coming.
It
If you look
doesn't
at
complement each
no,
other.
you
does it?
see, I'm coming. If you look at his ego and his skill set, he needs to make things work for him. For Garnacho, he wanted Chelsea even more than Chelsea wanted him.
Mm.
And I believe that he feels, you know what, I have to make a statement.
Is he better than Sancho?
I think he is better than Sancho.
Wow.
He's better than Sancho.
Mhm.
And he's
Hey!
I'm coming.
Chelsea.
No, I'm not comparing Garnacho at Chelsea
Mhm.
and Garnacho at
Prime Garnacho, prime Sancho.
no, Garnacho hasn't gotten to prime Sancho.
Yeah, of course.
The prime Sancho we
I
saw
don't
was
think
not
there's
even.
any gap between Sancho and
I'm coming.
Garnacho.
The prime Sancho we saw wasn't even in the English Premier League.
No,
It was when he was
in
playing
Germany,
for
exactly.
Dortmund. You understand? But when you talk about the potential, I don't even want to make comparison. Garnacho has the potential. Garnacho even has more Premier League games than Sancho.
Yeah.
Because he came to United at a very young age and he's played a lot of games. You understand? I think that his ego alone should ignite him to give us better performance than he's done.
Let's make a stop in Spain, and it's the race is already getting heated over there. 2-horse race as usual, and we've seen Real Madrid make it 4 out of 4 in that win against Sociedad and Anoeta. But I've still not been impressed with Madrid. But then, just like Liverpool, they always find a way to win. Now they both have won 4 out of 4 already. But Barcelona are the team to watch. Nanidu 6-0, and you have Fermin Lopez. What's his name? Torres scoring twice. You have Lewandowski scoring twice. Rafinha also scoring twice. You think Barcelona are still favorites to win the La Liga?
I think this season, the Barcelona team I saw yesterday played well without Lamine Yamal. Personally. Because of responsibilities in the Lamine Yamal in the first few games that he played before the international break. And the pressure be able to Barcelona team also. That is why the last 2 games that they played in the Spanish La Liga, they were struggling. But you watch the game against Valencia now, Lamine Yamal in the game, things were okay.
Yeah.
The best game who said Pedri airball this particular season. Very good player in the midfield. I've always said he's the best number 8 in the game now, as it stands now. The best number 8 in the game now is Pedri. When we are talking about, best centre back under 20, I think as it stands now, the best is Pau Kubasi. Yesterday, his performance, his role, how he passed through the middle, and I think it's one person and also there's something about Barcelona for style of play, and they are getting the best out of him. So, yesterday game I'm sure against Valencia, I saw the best out of individual players. Fermin Lopez. Yeah, after yesterday's game, he saw Mujitum say, "Oh, your player you cannot sell because he's one for the future." Oh. And right midfield now, Barca they can play consistently for 5 years if injury and setting in. Casado, Fermin Lopez, Pedri. One of the best combinations I've been in a football game now. And I think that is one thing that is working for them. Rashi getting an assist yesterday. And I think they all struggle, but he's making things simple for himself in the Barca DC, and it's working for him. And I think the Barca team is one of the teams to watch, right from the defense to the attack. As it stands now, all you top 3 teams they are in form. Barcelona is one of them.
In Europe?
Yeah.
Interesting. Would you side with him? That
Of course.
They've been by far the best team in the La Liga currently.
Of course. And like I always say, there are only 3 teams in La Liga. Real Madrid, Barcelona, and the rest.
Okay.
You understand? Yes, and the rest. And you see, the title challenge in the Spanish La Liga will depend on some games. There are some places that will be very difficult to go. If you look at the El Clasico, it is a game that I expect Barcelona to win
both.
You understand? But can Madrid win the Madrid derby in those 2 games? Is it possible?
San Mamés.
You might go to, let's say, a venue like Villarreal.
Yeah.
That's a
Real
very
Betis.
Real Betis, Real Vallecano. These are stubborn venues, but can Madrid go there and perform? And then also the demand of Champions League. You understand? And I look at the Barca team, they are very youthful, and they have goals across the entire front 3, or maybe even if you want to play front 4. You understand? The midfielders are scoring, the attackers are scoring. But you look at the Madrid team, if Mbappe is not scoring, who else? Vini will score sometimes. You understand? Yeah. Aside that, Madrid, I think, have an issue.
Young guy now need a good tournament to a club World Cup.
Garcia, you understand? And then also at right back, because I feel that at a point in the season when tiredness come in, when they begin to struggle, they might want to bring back Valverde to the right back. And I don't understand, because I look at Valverde, his energy is needed in midfield.
So he's one of the players who can replace Casemiro in the
United team. Agree. You understand? So that is my problem. And I think that Madrid also have weakness in defense. But what they would want to do this season is, for me, I think Mbappe will have a very good season than he's had since he came to Madrid
This season.
this season.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
But they will need somebody to complement him, and they also need to fix their, their defense. If not, as for the league title, I think it is Barca's to lose. And you see, we should also forget the fact that Barca are not currently playing at the Camp Nou.
No, they've not moved there yet.
If they move there, it will be game over to a lot of the teams.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So currently we're still discussing games, that were played across Europe. We've touched base in England.
Age 40.
No, but look, Modric was
Age
brilliant.
40.
Was brilliant. You saw the goal he scored.
Last week, we were celebrating the 40th birthday.
No, he scored a
And
goal.
this particular
he started
weekend,
a game
you
and
see-
he won the game
You
for
see,
them.
there are some players that need to be studied in school.
Modric won.
Yes. For their longevity. You see,
Mm.
one thing, hey, Daniel Levy, this guy, when Chelsea wanted to sign Modric, in fact, Roman
He has
Abramovich
been consistent for 20 years.
met him in Monaco, brought him into his yacht, trying to convince Luka Modric, only for Florentino Perez to snatch him away. I haven't seen any player who has been consistent for the past decade.
Mm.
In fact, I don't remember a season where he was bad. He might be in a team that did not do well.
Yeah.
Maybe I did young players be Pereira on Pebi.
You see, sometimes I
Yeah.
No,
I
but I think
didn't
with his like how diminutive he is, he's not someone who is built so big, and I think those are the players who play for.
You see,
for quite a-
sometimes to
look at
lifestyle.
Look at Paul Scholes.
Just- I'm saying
no,
sometimes
but
to-
we are
lifestyle,
smart players.
no,
sometimes
and he's
lifestyle.
young boys, nyama no mo ye no nye bi.
No,
You
come on.
understand?
Come on, I know most of the players who are built that way actually play
see.
for a long time.
You see,
Yes.
there are a lot of things.
Mm.
See, lifestyle is very important. Lifestyle. Aside that too, you look at
Maybe be now did this.
yes, that's the lifestyle. You see, aside that too,
Mhm.
you have to get a bit of luck
Mm.
because he's somebody who doesn't go on a long-term injury.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Modric in the entire season can miss like 5-6 games. So injury is something that
that's why he doesn't complain.
you
No,
understand.
no,
And you
he's
see,
just a cool guy, I
one
think,
thing
yeah.
that he does well, he does the simple things in football. He doesn't go hard on tackles, on your baller, 1-2. He's not that fanciful. He makes things very, very simple.
yeah.
And I think that has really helped. It's just rather unfortunate that he finds himself in the Milan team that won't strengthen or buy well to accommodate him. But for me, it is something that young players,
Look, Modric should
Yeah.
have gone to Bayern Munich.
so young
No,
players
I
that
don't
are
think
coming up,
Bayern needs
young players that are coming up should learn from him. I would want him to stay longer in the game, probably be a coach. But sometimes social players
Coach
no
is
munya
better now.
vocal.
Yeah, he's like he has that
Yeah, because
calmness, yeah.
I'm saying this because he has been under different types of coaches.
Zidane.
Zidane,
He's worked with
Ancelotti,
Benitez,
Benitez, what's the name?
Mourinho.
Harry Redknapp.
Yeah, he's worked with all these
Different-
coaches.
You
yeah.
understand?
Yeah,
And
different
when you
coaches.
learn those little things from these coaches, you
Mm.
become very, very good.
Interesting. Now let's calm down. Let's do some local football before we wrap up quickly. The Ghana Premier League commenced over the weekend, and quickly, Nedo, I'll be taking your thoughts on match day one. Sorry, did I say Manchester?
Yeah, team name yet.
House of Oak drew their first game. Kotoko won, Mediama won, Samatex drew away. But what's your general, impression on match day one?
Joe, to be honest, I think say my member organizers of the Ghana Premier League Nabaso. From Friday, basic Sunday, special event on in the Ghana Premier League. Almost all the venue I'm ever visiting here, you can see say people are in love with the game now.
They brought back the luck.
So then you be maintain this idea.
Mhm.
That is where the issue is. You in situation be a referee be decision be will not move people to the stadium. You in situation be a club administrator be decision be will not move people to the stadium. You in situation be a supporter because kwaya debo stadium a be put fear in people who are going to watch the Ghana Premier League because Joe, a day like Saturday, Arsenal was playing.
Yeah.
Madrid was playing.
Yeah.
Almost all the big teams, because of the Champions League, they played on Saturday. But still, people went to Brekum and Bibiani to go and watch Ghana Premier League game on Saturday.
Wow.
On Sunday, both Haas and Asante Kotoko were not playing on Sunday.
Mm.
But still, watch all the centers in the Ghana Premier League. People were watching Ghana Premier League. At that time, no, now Manchester Derby Air
Mhm.
Liverpool and Benny Abuewi. There are other games. Barcelona we're about to play Valencia.
Mm.
The other big games are not also.
Yeah.
But still, almost all the venue I mean, your report feed them, people were watching the Ghana Premier League. It's because of the kind of competition about Premier League no more. Sika abeshim interest Ghana for generating the Ghana Premier League. Joe, 1 million Ghana cedi for every Premier League club. I understand say in there. Nah, I'm check no. Ebeko.
Okay. So the clubs
by the-
are receiving their money today.
In Nenes Ebeko.
Today the clubs
It's
receive their money.
depending on the banking arrangements, no.
Mm.
It be in the course of the week, no. It will be confirmed. So be
1 million Ghana cedis.
because Friday, no, yeah, the check of 20 million Ghana cedi. I'm a presenter here at the Football Association president.
and the extra 2 million, who is taking it?
So
Is it
for
your
for
money?
other things.
Is it
No,
your
I'm,
money?
no, I need
They
to know.
they are
No,
administrative.
but listen,
they
no,
are
but
administrative
listen. No, they promised 80 million.
bank charges.
Maybe.
We have
Momo charges. Those
administrative
are
works.
Momo charges.
We
I
have
don't know.
administrative works.
Oh, okay. No, but they never mentioned. That's why I want to know who takes that one.
Oh, they will use it for
Don't
other
worry,
things.
Charlie.
What I say? So
Mm.
1 million Ghana cedi for every Premier League club.
Mhm.
Who win the Premier League now? A 2 million Ghana cedi. So if I understand what the 1 million, I was saying win the Premier League.
That's
3
3
million
million
Ghana
Ghana
cedi.
cedis.
I don't remember the last time ABC were a football.
That's
And
huge
this time, we
motivation.
the 3 teams who are going to relegation now.
Mm.
From number 1 to number 15.
Mhm.
Ubenya may be Kakadi Akofi.
Interesting.
So that is good for our game. Now on the game,
Mm.
I remember Tijani Abaso, the Hoho
Ba-
United head
Bashiru
coach.
Tijani.
You can see, say, now one monitor how to folk team from afar.
Mhm.
So know who the strength and the weakness of this Didi Dramani's team. Did the team know? I'm saying this, ABI coach, be our monitor Premier League now is free. If you want to beat House of Folk Masoud Didi Dramani's team, the only thing you have to do is to stop the supplies from the midfielders. Omu team now who are in our midfield.
Mm.
And I think say TJ watch the Democracy Cup, the game involving Olympics
I'm sure he did.
and House of Folk.
Yeah.
Oh no, who's Sadia no? Stop the supplies from Abdul Karim, David Opuafrane, Rafael Amponsa, probably
Martin,
Hussein Mohammed. Martin Kakari had a good game in that Democracy Cup. All of a sudden, in the game against Hoho United, or your ordinary player. Yes. All of a sudden, we're an ordinary player. So I'm sure TJ Bashiru monitored the House of Folk team from afar. No, finally, body about 2 hours, House of Folk to go.
Mm.
So it also say, coach, now monitor from afar. And something some of the away games are picking a win from there. And more confidence that you can do well in the Ghana Premier League. Fine, Kotoko winning first game and big news.
Okay.
Last season they went to Kawela, won their first game.
Mm.
But for Brekum, for Kotoko to go and win the big statement. And I like the way our coach Nina the best out of individual players. I spoke about Joseph Ablo and Samba Wona. So when they partner together in the Kotoko games, they don't lose more games.
Mm.
Albert Amwa, I see him as a typical number 9 than a winger, even though since Omomubi no called a wing play, he's playing well for the club. But Omomubi here, wing, the goal scoring rate not perform. So we won the game against Brekum Chelsea. You can see anytime he's running around the danger zone in the Brekum Chelsea defense. That is why that pass from Hubert Jau, good pass from that guy, giving Albert Amwa to score from that angle. So super performance I watched this particular weekend in the Ghana
Which team are
Premier
you
League.
tipping to win the Premier League after match day 1? If you have a
Team-
favorite after match day 1.
Media Man Santo.
Mediama Sante Kotoko. Felix, you were a pundit. You were on punditry duties with APL. I hope you enjoyed your first game, as a pundit. You did.
I did.
Share with us, the experience, the atmosphere. How's it like?
Oh, I think that thanks to Star Time and Max, the punditry is something that we've been doing since they started to produce the league. So it was a privilege to do the first one when the league commenced. I was quite impressed with even attendance because it had rained that day, and people really came out to support. My only disappointment is the fact that our stadium, a lot of things need to improve. The lighting, the floodlight wasn't that good. But aside that, the production went solid. And we had some nice time. Myself, Nanedu, and Mutala.
Wow.
We slept late in the night.
Late in the night.
Yeah, after party. So
Wow.
it was good. But I must say this. I think that this weekend has shown that there's something positive that can come out from the league. And if you look at the investment that have been made this season, Sankoya. Forget about Sika.
It's not your money. It's not your money. It's not your money.
Hey, Sika Gary, you
It's not your money. Someone is giving you money to do something. You have to
Nanedu-
just carry it. What are you going to do with it?
and Josiah, this season sound far.
That'll be a
Yeah,
problem.
Yeah.
I'm
The league where I'm fine.
So this
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
if the
The
league,
football
if
now
the
come the
league
next level,
doesn't become attractive and better than previous season,
Mm.
and I'm saying this, everything that will come out from the league, the clubs have a huge say in them. And that is why I'm proposing, say, ne check now, they shouldn't give them all the 1 million.
Why?
Oh,
No, it's
Obisika.
money that has been promised.
And
to them.
yes, Obisika.
No.
They
Robert,
even
what-
promised.
no,
I
Let
remember
me-
before the
Robert,
kickoff.
No.
No,
What-
I
what's
am
your-
not
what's your
saying,
reason? What's
say,
your reason?
my mom, the money should come in badges.
Why?
You see the way Ghana has gone to take loan from
Felix.
the World
No,
Bank?
why, Felix?
Because there should be indicators.
That.
See, and I'm saying this because
Mhm.
already the FA has fined Bekum.
Chelsea. Yeah.
I'm a Joe Musika nyina.
That's, you see,
Mhm.
there should be some money available.
But they'll pay. Regardless, they'll still
No,
pay.
you see,
This-
when
this
the
is not an
money is there,
argument.
now you're like
No, no,
FIFA,
no, Felix,
like FIFA and CAF.
Felix,
I'm
Felix,
coming. You asked me a question. Let me land.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let me land.
Mm.
I can't come and just give you 1 million free money. There should be other. Let me
You
finish.
promised.
I'm coming.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying that the promise should come with responsibility.
Mm.
That is why Enra game on Mucha or Brekum, it was very beautiful. You've seen, when was the last time you saw pitch panels? It was Brekum.
Yeah.
But look at Brekum Chelsea. They came to the pitch with players having names written on some of their jerseys
Mhm.
and some without
Mhm.
numbers.
Mhm.
It doesn't speak well for production.
Of course.
You understand?
Mhm.
So,
But
you
but are
bring-
you asking if the Premier League?
Oversight.
Are you asking if the Premier League and
Oversight.
also
it wasn't
no, no, no.
oversight.
No, no,
I
don't use that
listened.
word on
I
this show.
listened.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Did they do you think
Yeah.
that they were engaged, the FE and also Galka and the major or the organization that's in charge of that, those logistics, actually met with them? Because in the Premier League, one of the things I know is that the Premier League has got its official license partner.
Okay.
That's why every Premier League jersey has the same,
So let me land.
fonts and yes,
let me
that's what
land.
I'm asking. Do you
in
think,
the Ghana Premier League,
Mhm.
we don't have same lettering form
Mm.
or alphabetical font.
Mm.
So you just come with your
and
jersey
put it there?
and put your number and
Yeah.
name in there.
Mm.
And if you look at the letter the FA issued,
Mm.
Mhm. they complain about Brekum Chelsea not having names and numbers and names at the back
At the
of
back
the
of their
jerseys.
jerseys, yeah.
The reason the PRO of the club gave was the fact that Omu Jesse ni Belande Friday.
That's no excuse.
Well, yeah, you see. So that's why I'm saying that there are some clubs who do still not learn. They'll misbehave.
Mm.
So the money, leave some part of the money.
Come on.
And
They'll
be
still
taken-
pay.
No, it is not about it.
They'll still pay.
You
No,
see-
they'll still. I've never
No,
seen
no,
a club
I'm coming,
in
I'm
the-
coming,
in the
I'm
league
coming.
say,
And
I won't pay
You
because
see,
I've been fined. Like,
would,
come
would you
on.
listen to
Yeah.
me? And the $1 million, they should be able to account for the money at the end of the season. And I'm saying this because, no, let's be very
Minimum
serious.
wage, Abba.
And you say
But
minimum.
Felix,
You are not making me laugh. It is just not your money. I
Eh,
am giving you the money because I expect something in return.
What do you expect?
That's why I'm coming.
Okay.
So I expect you to help in the promotion and the marketing of the league.
Yeah.
You understand? 1 million now, I can even tell you at least 20% should go into player salary. Say player BC and I'm not saying because that 1 million alone can pay salary throughout the season.
Mhm.
Or maybe 10% should go into your women's football, or 10% should go into your
At
youth.
least you can pay the
So,
minimum
so,
wage.
so it should be official. It should.
There should be some
formal, something-
indicators
Mm.
attached to the money.
Mm.
That is my problem.
Mm.
You understand? There should be. We should demand something from that.
Interesting.
Because if this thing will go well, it has to be the clubs. On the games, I think that I really enjoyed it. Let me tell you something.
Mm.
I watched highlights of the Bichim United,
Vivian Eagles,
Bibiani Gold Stars. I wasn't impressed with the officiating. I think one or two of the penalties. There was 2 penalties for Bibiani Gold Stars. But Bichim United, I watched them in preseason. They are playing some fantastic football. And the goal that they scored, immediately they conceded the second penalty. Immediately they passed the ball.
They went to score.
5 touches, and then it was a well-worked team goal. I think I also enjoyed the Hearts of Lions Dreams FC game, and thankfully, to incident-free Brekum Golden City Park was also a very good take. Adriana Stars lost away
Yeah.
to Karela,
Mm.
but they will surely go down as a team that I feel can win the league.
Indiana.
Yes, I'm going
Indiana
for
Stars,
them.
yeah.
Yes, Adriana Stars. I think I'm going for them
To win.
to win the league. I'm going for
Indiana.
Yes. Yeah. You see, a lot of teams are talking about Haas, Kotoko,
Mm,
but Adriana have bought quite well.
mm.
And there won't be pressure on them because a lot of pundits are not looking they are there.
Exactly.
But I'm tipping Adriana,
Mm,
Hearts of Folk maybe second,
mm.
and then Bibiani Gold Stars third, and then probably Nations FC.
Who are you tipping to win the Ghana Premier League, the 2025-26 edition? And this is where we draw the curtains on this interesting and impressive edition of the One Top podcast with me, Josiah, and my usual suspects, Nanidu, and then also Felix Romac. It's always a pleasure. It's always great to have or be in their company. Don't forget that you can subscribe to our channel, and then also, the WhatsApp channel is there in the link below. So just click on that link, follow it to WhatsApp. It will be feeding you from time to time with the best sports news and analysis you need to hear. Thanks so much to Nanedu. He says his West team. I don't know his West team. Is that also West team?
Aston Villa.
And you say West team. Mine is Chelsea.
Burnley.
Chelsea.
Burnley.
Chelsea. I
Investor.
don't use the word useless, but Chelsea.
Hey,
Chelsea.
my friend.
Chelsea. Next time we'll meet. Next week they are playing against Manchester.
Press the
United.
bell. Press the
And
bell.
they are-
Press the bell.
And they are losing. Chelsea are going to lose. Mark my
See,
words.
Press the bell.
If United do not win, I will. No, I won't say that again. See you in the next episode. Bye.